Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an exciting new episode of Sofa Talks. We are your hosts,
Kim
and Ole, and we're thrilled to have you join us today. Whether you are a returning listener or tuning in for the first time, we want to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to our Sofa Talks.
And if you enjoy what you hear today and want to stay connected with our podcast and us, we invite you to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you never miss an episode, and you'll be part of our growing community of listeners. Also, of course, feel free to share.
So, without further ado, let's dive right into today's episode of Sofa Talks with Ole and
Kim. Hi, dear one, and welcome to our next episode of Sofa Talks. How are you doing?
Yet another day in paradise. Sometimes mindfuckery, but most of the time keeping the balance.
What do you mean mindfuckery?
We're reading this book that is really helping me with emotions and what are modes, what are moods, what are feelings, what are our thoughts and how they affect each other. And I think that's really, really interesting. So I'm keeping more and more of an watchful eye on my thoughts and my feelings and my moods.
And it's so interesting because we're reading this together. I read out loud about 15-20 minutes a day now, and it goes so hand in hand with the yoga philosophy and what our teacher has taught us for over 15 years. And there's one in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali that is called Pratipaksha Bhavana in Sanskrit, which means that as soon as a negative thought comes up that doesn't serve yourself or anybody really, or guilt or anything like that, you really take control of that thought and change it into something better. And this book that we're reading is exactly like that, but it's more around the relationships, but it's we can hear our teacher almost when we read it, correct?
Yeah, but I hear it not only relationships, I hear it from myself and my life, how I deal with life. So this is something that can, and it's not a matter of not seeing things for what they are, or sort of go blind for what is apparently reality, but to take responsibility of how I react, how I act on my thoughts, how real I make them, how real I make my emotions and so on. So it's a journey that I find really interesting. So how are you doing?
I'm really good. I'm proud of myself that went to this amazing party on Saturday, which was our very beautiful friend here. She turned 60 and she had a 60s theme, so we all got, I mean, you should have seen Ola. He got dressed up and all 60s with glasses and headband and everything and the colorful colors, and everybody was dressed up, and it was a live band, a beautiful, beautiful place at a friend's house. And I didn't drink a drop of alcohol. Ooh. Not one drop. And I was fine. And the funny thing is, I woke up feeling hungover the day after. And I thought, this is not fair. I haven't been drinking. And of course, it's got to do with us going to bed later than usual, because I'm up so bloody early. But I was tired the whole day yesterday. And I thought, why am I doing this? But actually, I didn't mind. I didn't mind at all.
I think your ego is freaking out. I'm just saying, like, oh my God, what is up with this woman? We need to stop her. So your ego is activating all kinds of drugs in your system, or sleeping pills in your body cells and stuff like that.
I've never taken sleeping pills.
No, but what the body cells do is that they keep, if you've been under anesthesia or some things like that, it keeps a certain part of it, and if needed, the body will just release it, and so you go into like mode. Yeah. And I think so. It was interesting to watch because you had just like you said, a hangover without having a hangover.
Yeah, and I'm never getting headaches even if I've been drinking. But the day after, I woke up with a terrible headache. So crazy. Anyway, I'm still, I'm good. I'm doing good, and I'm realizing more and more that this is the way I'm going to go in the future now. Just staying clean as much as possible. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about today, or us. I wanted to bring up discipline. Because
what was that?
Discipline and how that works, and the mind, that is a mind fucker in itself. And why is it so hard to keep the discipline long term in certain areas? And yeah, in which areas are we doing good, and where are we not doing so good?
Well, you come to the right place, because I'm the master of discipline. And then she laughs.
In certain areas you are, in certain areas it's a disaster.
In areas, and then things that are good for me. I find it difficult with meditation, with workouts, with anything that is connected to discipline. Actually.
Sweets.
Yeah, but I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, pretty
because
good.
I've got like this sugar thing and food thing. I'm doing pretty good, I would say.
Pretty good, yeah.
Red Bull is my choice of drug.
Yeah.
I'm keeping away from that.
That's so disgusting as well.
Ugh.
Yeah, but it does something with you.
No, it's like...
It's a pick-me-up, basically.
Yeah, but I just think it's my ego. It's just like, okay, where can we hit this guy? Let's go for whatever. If he stops with that, it's just like with you. My thing has moved around from wine. I mean, used to be a heavy addict of wine gums.
Yeah.
I mean, hardcore.
Yeah.
Not funny. Into the area of other types of things connected to sugar, and then Red Bull.
Yep.
And none of them good for me. So I'm doing pretty good as well, even though you are the one I'm really proud of, because you are really facing it.
Well, only in that area. I find discipline and dedication to sticking to something that you know is so good for you. Why is it in the long run? It's on and off, and I'm trying to kind of take it into pieces. And why is that? Am I self-sabotaging, or am I just lazy? Have I got a lazy mind around things that can actually take me to the next level and elevate me? I haven't 100% figured it out, but I think it's got a little bit of everything in it.
It's a combo. It's a combo, and it's a matter of your comfort zone as well. When you start changing patterns, suddenly you're moving out of the comfort zone, and your ego is freaking out. And I love it when we speak to our daughter Emmylou, and anything that is sort of challenging her, she gets tears in her eyes.
Yeah.
And she said, "Don't worry,
It's just the ego."
It's just my ego crying. I'm not. It's my ego.
Yeah.
Because I think, what's up with her?
Yeah, and you
But
remember
she's
in
just
the
sitting there
beginning,
with
before
tears
you
running.
knew,
Yeah,
you were like, "Oh my God, she's so sad."
Yeah, I thought, what the hell is up with that wimp? I mean, you couldn't say anything before her eyes was tearing up.
In certain areas.
Yeah, it was like, did we hit her when she was a child?
Never.
No, not that I remember.
Never.
But she was like acting like, oh my God. But then she's absolutely balanced in it, and just say, don't worry, it's just my ego. And I think this is exactly it. It's our ego is struggling when we suddenly say, I'm going this way. I'm not going to go in circles anymore where I can be controlled.
Yeah.
And you pulled one amazing card this morning. This thing about direction and strength and clarity. So that was an amazing one.
White bull.
White
buffalo. Oh, sorry, not bull. White buffalo.
Bull.
No, I'm sorry, it was a white buffalo.
White buffalo is the highest of the sacred animals for
Native Americans.
Yeah, oh my God, so please.
Yeah. But, because when we look at the world, discipline is lacking, I feel. We are all more or less addicted and not disciplined enough to our screens.
We're not addicted
Addicted.
enough to our screens.
No, we're
Please
not.
choose your
No,
words.
did I say it wrong? Okay,
Yep.
it came out wrong then. It sounded good in my mind.
It sounded good out, but it's sort of the opposite.
No, we're not disciplined enough with the addiction we have to our screens. That's for sure. It's very few people I meet these days that say, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm never on it," or, most people say, "Oh, I'm on it too
I'm
much."
one of them,
or
I think.
I think so, and me too. But it doesn't help to work on the screen. It really doesn't. Sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm just going to give this up and become a gardener.
I find the tricky thing with the screen is it's not just one screen. It's like either, for me, I'm sort of, okay, so I'm in Photoshop, then I'm doing things around music or watching something around guitar theory or whatever, and then I'm doing book editing, and then I'm doing research. All of it is in front of the same screen. So it's like in the same chair, the same screen, but it's very different.
Different things, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like entering into the metaverse with more and more, which is, ooh, don't like it.
But you do it though still.
Yeah.
So
there was silence.
No, I'm trying to figure. No, but is there anything? I know you do on the screen, but is there anything like when it comes to discipline for both you and me that you think is self-sabotaging in any way? Do you think that goes hand in hand with not having enough discipline? For example, to meditate every morning.
I don't know, self-sabotage, and now I lost that was really interesting. My mind went blank.
Ooh, interesting.
So not what were we talking about?
You can't remember?
Say again, self-sabotaging what?
No, I was wondering if
I saw the
discipline...
thought go away.
Weird.
Yeah.
I know you do that.
Yeah.
So the question was, I will repeat. So, for example, having the discipline to meditate every morning, do you think that goes hand in hand with self-sabotaging?
Combo with self-sabotage, avoidance. Yeah, a lot. It's a tricky one. For me, it's a really tricky one. I really think that super nerdy individuals, where I'm one of them in certain areas,
yes,
some nerds that are even more nerds than I am have it in their life. So they got really anal about everything is structured, and in one way...
And forget about the rest.
No, but in one way, these individuals, I think, accomplish a lot during their life. I think it's a very... quite boring way of living, but if you structure your day so much, you can put in all of these good stuff as well and then get a lot done. I'm not there at all.
No.
So I have a friend in Sweden who she said that she did not like the word discipline, and she was having guilty thoughts around discipline all the time. She wanted to be more disciplined. So she changed the word to blissipline.
Nice.
Because blissipline was like, then it's helping her. It's helping to lift her. It's good for her to be blissiplined. And I thought, yep, I like that one. And I thought, I'm going to use that, and then I didn't do it.
No.
And there you go again.
Because you forget. No, because I was wondering the other day, because both of us are in and out of our morning meditation. And then I'm listening to people, Joe Dispenza, he got interviewed the other day by, it doesn't matter who, but I hear so many people that are super, successful in life, they go their path, they stick to it. And there's a saying, if you haven't got the time to meditate, if you haven't got 20 minutes to meditate every day, you should actually meditate 2 hours a day. So I brought that up to you, and I asked you, maybe we should try it. And you didn't even blink. You said, no. Yeah. And I thought, okay, so if you're not even willing to try to see, because we have never, ever tried that. Well, we did meditate a lot in the beginning, but
tried it.
No, we haven't tried an hour in the morning and an hour in the afternoon. That we've never done. we've always done the morning ones, and sometimes when we've gone to retreats or something like that, we've done a lot more, of course. But there was something normally you think about it, but you're like, no.
Yeah, because I have never felt meditation is something that I really like, enjoy, benefits me very.
You never felt the benefit?
Very
Ever?
little. Very little. Very little.
Interesting.
But I've never fitted in. It doesn't matter if it's drugs or personality type or personal ads or whatever. I've never fitted in.
Personal ads? What does that mean?
Like when somebody describes himself, this is me, this is like this.
Oh, okay.
I've never recognized myself in any of these ones. And also with meditation, everybody says, oh, it's so good. It's I've never felt.
No, but it
wow.
takes practice.
Yeah. How much did we practice?
Yeah,
How much did I feel, wow, this is really making a difference for me? Not at all. I felt a little. I felt that. If I didn't do it, I was losing power. I was getting back into a negative mindset. So it did help me, but did it help me like massively, like many people are talking about, before and after meditation? Not at all. I see like our beautiful Nelanie, I mean, she that's almost like a drug to her because it gives her so much to meditate. Because she gets so
inspired.
I
wouldn't call it a drug, though.
No, but like what I'm saying is, it's so. It would be hard for her to stop almost because it's so empowering. She loves being in that state of mind, in that state of meditation, as they do.
It's part of life, yeah.
It's part of life if you're that disciplined and you're up at 4:30 in the morning, which is not difficult. Or it's not. I mean, she wakes up like that. Now we are starting to do that as well. So. Unwillingly. So when you said 2 hours a day, absolutely not am I going to do it because I don't feel like I don't want to. And I'm learning to listen to myself. What do I want? It's a new kind of new thing for me to really try and figure out what do I want? What would I like to do? What would that? So I'm learning that as well. So here now, a super no to 2 hours per day. It would be pure torture. It would be so horrible to look forward to.
I like to try things, you know. It's like Vipassana. You would never ever go to a Vipassana retreat.
No.
And I will as soon as I...
For people who doesn't know what that is, it's...
Okay, Vipassana is it's available all around the world. It's a 10-day meditation retreat where you meditate. That's all you do. You don't speak to anybody. You don't look people in the eye that are there. You're being served lunch and dinner, I think. It's on donation. So whenever there's a Vipassana retreat anywhere, you sign up. You can look up online where they are. There is a few in Spain. When we were in Spain, there's nothing in Bali, sadly. My sister is going to one in Sweden soon. And I think everybody that's gone, I met so many of our friends that's gone. I mean, Willem, our brother, in France, he's gone, I don't know how many times, 5, 6 times. And every person I've spoken to before, and I kind of calculate the days, and then I call them a few days after they come back home, they're a different person. Because if you sit with yourself for 10 days, you go through hell. Almost everybody says the first 3 days. Because your body is not used to sitting still, you're aching, you're paining, but then I think what I hear is you go into surrendering, and then this beautiful things happening. And so Vipassana is 10 days meditation from morning till you go to bed for 10 days. Nothing else. Don't say a word. So I can't wait to actually go, but at the moment it's not in the stars for me at the moment, but I know I will, and I don't think I'm going to do it once. I think that will happen more than once for me, because I'm so curious to see what happens, and after as well, because 10 days is nothing. It's like, and it's gone. The weeks passes like that, but to put that effort in, I take my hat off to everybody that does Vipassana. That's for sure.
So once upon a time, I took a bicycle on my own, an old bicycle, and I cycled from Sweden all the way to Europe down, and I ended up in Iran and the war down there. I've had enough of bicycles. I passed the Alps. It has been enough for me. When I was on that bicycle, I was quiet all the time for about 3 months almost. I have been quiet.
Did you not meet people?
Yeah, not a lot. When you're on, in those days, I mean, this was before mountain bikes and all of these things.
In the 80s.
If you're on a bicycle, you're so slow moving. I mean, anyone else on a bicycle normally comes the other direction. Do you meet them? No, whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
And
no,
so
but I thought when you stopped and slept somewhere.
Yeah, but very little. I slept on the
tents,
bridges, in tents, whatever.
True.
So I was on my own. So I have met this individual, me.
Yeah.
I've also been here.
No, I know what you mean.
So, thank you. So, I've also, both you and I have been alone on a mountaintop for 3 days and nights and not moving. We've been sat in one place, out of a choice.
That was hard.
Yeah. But I met these. The thing is, when you look at these people before and after these type of retreats, normally they have a very troubled mind. That's why they go there. The mind is all over the place. After 10 days, it's calmed down. My mind is calm.
Yeah.
I'm fine. So I'm just saying, I'm in this meat suit. So I look at what is good, what is bad, what is annoying, from the inside, and I don't see that as a problem. I can do it. I would have problems sitting, because I'm not good at...
on the floor.
Yeah, I would really ache after a while. Otherwise than that, these type of things...
No, I totally get you, and I understand. I mean, my mind is pretty calm as well, but we are never... I don't think... We can always evolve and learn more, know, and so I don't think you don't need to defend yourself and say that you wouldn't benefit from it, because that you would.
Yeah, but it's so not on my list.
No, I know.
What's on my list at the moment is to find out what triggers me and disarm these things, because that is a problem in my life. My problem is not a scattered mind all over the place. My mind is that I react I'm too fast on the trigger.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, why did I react? Because it comes from my childhood, I mean, it's like Emmylou says, I've been sort of like under incoming fire for with what I do in my family and stuff like that earlier on, that there was a lot of these...
But that's decades ago, and we're still holding on to that.
There you go. It's in our system. And so that is what I want to... What I'm dealing with, or really trying to change, is like, something happens from the outside, I get triggered. What was that? Why? Look at that, pull out the trigger, see it happen again. I did not get triggered. Well done, me. And then step forward to the next one. That is more. It's like some people need to go into a cave and meditate. Other people need to get out of the cave and out and meet life. Yeah. So it's like very different. And for me to go on a retreat like that, it's so not going to happen ever.
No, but it will for me.
And I welcome you. Go. You go at any time, because you need it. But it's also, since we have different, even with you were talking about the addictive mindset, yours is so much stronger than mine in that area. I've got a guilt mindset.
Yeah.
You haven't got that.
Not
so
really.
I'm dealing with guilt. You're dealing with an addictive mindset.
Yeah. Okay, I wanna go back. I wanna cruise back a little bit to discipline. So, is there anything that helps you when you have, if you, for example, say to yourself, "Oh, I want to do that." You don't want to drink Red Bull, or you don't want to. You want to meditate every morning, or is there anything that you do to help you keep the discipline, basically?
I used to have this thing, if I really wanted to make a change, if I promised someone else, it was sort of, it took from a different part of me that, oh my God, I can let myself down, but I can't let that person
You're
down.
accountable to somebody else.
That helped me because I'm getting, now I'm losing focus. I'm not, it's like it's not really working for me anymore. I also used to do, I remember when I was working out at gyms and stuff like that, where it was just like, oh God, but I really liked the difference in my body. So sometimes I said to someone, you know, like, I will pay you like some astronomical, like $500 or $5,000 or whatever, if I don't do this until then. And that put fire in my butt, I tell you. So I accomplished that because I was just too, what do you call it, money-minded or mean, that, oh my God, I can't, no. So I did it instead. So these type of things has helped me. At the moment, I need another kick in the butt to do it. Maybe that one with just promising something money-wise that we don't, sort of, that would be possibly something. But I need to really set my mind to it. Especially if I don't have a goal. For instance, when I was going to go on the bicycle, I was training on a daily because I was going on the bicycle. But without, or another one that I really liked, what I did, I applaud myself, was I wanted to learn finger picking on the acoustic. I just thought, oh my God, I loved, and there was specifically one Danish guitarist that was amazing as a fingerpick guitarist. So I picked 10 or 12 of his songs. I got the music sheets, and so I went to a local music pub, and we booked a date. I'd never been on stage on my own. I booked a date, and I said, these are the songs I'm going to play, and we booked the date, and that was it. I set the date. Holy Moses! I mean, I practiced, and I did it on stage, which was big for me, and I nailed all the songs, and I was super pleased, and I've been able to fingerpick ever since.
Nice.
Yep, that's one way of doing it. Applause for me. I applaud myself because
well done.
And because I wanted to learn it. How could I get there? I took the shortest, like a shortcut, by putting fire under my butt. Otherwise, it would have taken years and years. But I think there's a backlash to these type of things because I've done quite extreme things, and then because they were extreme, I'm exhausted. It's like just thinking of bicycling anywhere, I just go, oh God, I can't do it, because it's like
overdone it.
I overdid it, yeah. And so when I see other things also, I go like, oh God, because I know the pain sort of like that's involved with working out. Oh God, I've done it so many years of my life. It's just like, oh God. Instead of, yeah, that would be excellent. I really need it. I would love to be back in shape. Let's go for it. I had that other thing but it's a mindset again. It's a trap where the ego just said, pull the right strings, and boom, we shut him down. That's what I think. So how are you dealing with discipline?
Well, if there's something truly, truly important that I promise Nalini, I've called her a couple of times and say I need to, especially around meditation. Then I say, okay, 6 months every day, and then I get into it. Which I will meet her again now in September when I go to Spain. But again, having somebody accountable to, promising my therapist or coach, that works as well, because I never want to be the loser, the bad one, that doesn't show up, having the homework not done, which happened a lot at school, but that I didn't care about because it was so not interesting going to school. But today, what works is I make a weekly schedule on paper. I have printed out, which you kindly do for me, Monday to Saturday. Sunday I want to keep, completely free of no chores to do. And then I just write down what I need to do every day. And it's the same from Monday to Friday, and I need to do them. And then I cross them over with this fluorescent green or pink, And then on Sunday I can just go, oh, look at that, I did it all, which I only, now it's Monday, so last week's I only missed 2 things. And that works as well, because then I'm like, oh, I like crossing over, I've done that and I've done that. So yeah, that's the way I'm dealing with my discipline at the moment. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it works to get, especially like you said, I really, really want to work out 3 times a week, because I know how much I feel better. So that was good last week. This week I'm doing it. So and I feel better, and I don't beat myself up about it walking around, because the thing is, in my head, if I do it, it takes less time to actually do it than not do it in my mind. Because when I don't do it, I walk around, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it a bit later, or it's there, you know, and it just occupies nonsense in my mind, which I really don't want. So yeah.
But yeah, I get stressed by these lists, but they're super good for sure.
For me, it is.
Yeah, but it's also we pushed too much into it. I pushed too much into it, sort of, and then the whole day.
Well, that's up to you.
I know, but
What you want to
I'm
put.
talking about messing up. So it just becomes overload, because I've got so much on anyway, and then adding these things, and it's just like, and that was that day, boom, and that was that day, time to go to bed and up, and no, that was that day, time to go to bed and up. I don't want that.
No.
So
can I ask you, your friend that changed the word from discipline to blissipline, which was lovely. Do you think it helps to change your story about, oh, I'm so busy, I got too much, oh, I'm so busy, I got too much? It's like programming, for me anyway, programming my mind. If somebody is really, the world is shit and I'm depressed, the world is shit and I'm depressed. Yeah, that's the reality he or she is going to live in. Your life has always been, not always, but most of it's that you got too much to do, you got too much to do, your list is too long, it's never ending. And I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, it will never end for you. And I keep saying that sometimes, yeah, it will never end, it will be like this forever. Do you think maybe it would help to change the loop?
for sure, loops are never good, except if they're disciplined. But if I was some kind of top athlete and I was like working out 8 hours a day as part of being a top athlete to stay as a top athlete, it would be perfectly normal. I'm a top athlete in my area.
But a top athlete doesn't complain about what they do.
How do
because
you know?
they know the mental mind, if they're a top athlete competing, they do not have that mindset, darling. That I can guarantee.
But I have the mindset of trying to really make a difference in the
No,
world
I
for
know.
the better.
I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying.
I'm not sort of aiming at getting 2.2 meters
No, of
over
course
some
not.
kind
But I
of...
think it would be lighter
for sure.
in your mind and in your life if you didn't have the loop of it's always too much.
Yeah. And what I'm complaining about is that I have not so much time. I choose not to have so much time to the things that I focus on, because I'm occupied with support stuff and tech stuff and all kinds of stuff that we're sort of, if we had sort of a little group around us, you know, with this type of backup support, whatever, I wouldn't have to deal with payments not going, or these type, and these things annoy me because the day just goes. That's my frustration, not what I'm doing. My frustration is being distracted by that type. But I have to do it. Nobody else is doing it for us. So, or I choose to do it because we haven't been able to find someone else to do it. And that's another story for you. Then bring them in, please. Bring them in.
Yeah,
anyway, I would be loved to put it on someone else that might really enjoy that type of job. I do not. This is, if there's one thing that can get me into mental meltdown, it's tech stuff. I mean, when things in programs and in codings and stuff like that, and it's all fixed, and then half a day later or a day later we're back to square one. Because of what? It's like there's no
Yeah, we're
logic.
always being attacked and
This
stuff.
is
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and that one. And if they are attacked, well, they're succeeding because
Energy vampires.
yeah,
Completely.
because it's like how many times some of these problems have I fixed them,
Yeah.
and then they're sorted out, and I feel great.
Yeah.
And then like 1 week later, boom, same thing again. No logic. What happened? And we do it again, and then again, and then again, and then again. And so, is that maybe my stories that are helped me to create that? I don't know, but it really frustrates me. I normally pretty calm. That one really
Well,
gets
you
to
always
me.
come even though they frustrate you, and I'm super grateful that you are tech knowledgeable, because I don't. I just walk away. I'm like, Ole, can you fix this?
Yeah, but you
Because-
don't, sweetheart. You don't anymore. You have stepped forward
Well,
in an
yeah.
amazing way.
Well, yeah.
You have.
But,
you
I
should
mean,
salute yourself.
No, but when it comes to stuff really breaking down computer, internet stuff, then I'm like, no, I go and do something
And
else.
patience connected.
I know.
That is the thing.
Correct. Yeah, you have patience a lot more than I do. I don't know why.
We're just different setup.
Yeah,
It's like
personality
with
wise, maybe.
I mean, but that is where I feel that we make an absolutely great team, because you can really go intense for a short distance, like a sprinter, and really activate and do full on, and then power out.
So I'm more like a lion and you're like the ant, or just a kid.
yeah, in one way,
I'm just
in one way,
kidding.
for sure.
You're like a
No, but-
worker.
yeah, but if you look at like the Olympics, you got sprinters,
Yeah.
like 75 meters or 100 meters or whatever they run, explosive power, boom, and stop. Then you got like 400 meters, it goes on for a while, maybe you're getting to that level. And then you got like marathon runners that is just like never, and then you got triathlon. And
Yeah.
sometimes I feel I'm somewhere in that area because it never ends. And then when you finish one thing and now it's time to swim, you get out of the swim and you think,
Yeah.
thank God it's over now, up on a bicycle
Yeah.
and off you go.
Yeah.
So I'm a stubborn son of a gun, which is great in my area, because if I hadn't been it, and also the reason I went into this was, I think, because I was depressed, I couldn't find a reason to live, you know. So that really helped me get out of bed to solve these unsolvable mysteries.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, what do you think listening? How's your discipline?
Is there hope for us?
Yeah. No, I would love to hear some tools that you are using that might help, because I'm always trying to figure out new ones. But promising somebody else, or involving money maybe, or yeah.
Or just doing it. This is the thing, if we just did it instead of having all of these things.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I am so stubborn. You know that when it comes to certain things. When I say, no, I'm not, like with the alcohol, no, I'm not doing it. Because I need to step into my newer self, my new personality to grow and everything like that. Then that is almost set in stone. I am not doing it for a while. I'm not going to say never. But I cannot do that with meditation. Why is that? Or with working out. I mean, we were working out like 2-3 times a week for the first 2 years here in Bali. Now, you never do it. I just started again.
Yeah, but the thing was also that we had this beautiful guy. We were so blessed that he
Yeah,
would
of
come to
course.
our house.
Yeah.
The main reason he did when he came to our house was say, get off your butt and do it. That was it.
But you can't do that. You can't have
It wasn't that
somebody...
he said you have to do it in a specific way, because like, it was, I mean, I knew all of the stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
It was like him, oh God, torture John is here with his suitcase from hell, we said, when he came with his weights. And we did it.
Yeah.
It was his discipline. It wasn't ours. We had just put it in the
We
calendar.
just paid him to come and put it in the calendar for 3.
Come torture us and leave us alone.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. And do you remember when, because I've heard or seen also so many people buying workout equipments at home, and they're
never
just
gonna happen.
lying under the bed collecting dust. And I bought this because actually I had problems with my hormones going through menopause and all that. That's all done now, thank God. And I bought this what do you call it? Trampoline.
No, bouncing castle.
No, it's that would have been fun. No, it's like a round thing that you bounce on. It's a bouncer or a trampoline, little round trampoline, which is really, really super good for your lymph fluid. It's really good. And this woman recommended that I should do that every day because it would help my hormones and everything. And I thought, oh my God, am I going to buy one of these and then it's just going to sit collecting dust somewhere? But it hasn't. You've been using it. I've been using it. I'm still using it. I think it's a really, I'm impressed because I thought if I'm not using it, for a longer period of time, I'm just going to give it away. But I am using it.
Yeah, but also what we do is we practice Bahasa Indonesian.
Whilst we're jumping, which is really good because it's
the time
perfect time to learn.
The two.
Yeah, and it's easier. It sticks better when you
playing paddle. I mean, I love these type of things
paddle
because
is fun.
It's workout and you don't even think of it. You have fun and suddenly, whoa, time gone.
Yeah.
And great, but this running or
no running I can't do.
I
don't think it's good for women.
Before
anyway.
I met you, I was running 3 times a week.
That's too boring for me. I don't think it's good for women to run anyway.
No, but it was maybe one of the reasons I attracted you in the first place. That I was fit.
No, it was not.
It was not.
It was a bonus.
It was a bonus.
That you were fit. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
That we met, or then I was fit?
Both.
I opened the goal for that one.
Yeah, you did.
Fire away.
You do that so much, and me and Emmylou just go, no.
It's so that you can enjoy yourself on my behalf.
Lucky we love you. All right, shall we wrap this little sofa talk up?
We shall indeed.
And next chapter.
One thing I can really recommend is get up early in the morning and just do it, all of it, as boom, boom,
That's
boom,
what
boom,
I'm
boom.
doing with
I know
my
you're doing great.
Yeah.
And I'm getting there too, because
no, because this is fun as well, because you see me do it, and then but because we're up so early, by 9 o'clock I've done my list, and I sit here and I do one of the things that I got on my schedule is doing the Wim Hof breathing, and that takes 10 minutes, and because I did it, now you said wait for me if I'm not here, I want to do it, because doing Wim Hof 10 minutes a day, it's amazing too. So that you do every day.
But I wouldn't say
because
it's
we do
amazing.
it together.
I don't feel it's amazing. I just feel it's
no, it's
really
good for you, for your system.
Yes, but we talked before about it will give me but I feel it's good. I know it's good.
Of course it is, yeah.
And it's
yeah.
I can do it. I will do it. I enjoy doing it.
Amazing. So, okay, shall we wrap up?
Wrap it up.
Until next week, guys. Lots of love from us in Bali.
Yep.
Stay curious.
And disciplined.
And grateful.